Ghastly the Eldritch Phantom, Part 1. If one would look in the older reports, they would discover a series of reports about 4 brothers. While alive, these brothers did some unholy ritual that meant, after dying, they would come back as ghosts. The Brothers Ghastly. The warrior, the mystic, the scholar, and the coward. For the longest time, these ghosts would steal bodies, ruin lives, and terrorize whatever caught their fancy. From the warrior, using the bodies of military men to fight unnecessary battles to feed his bloodlust, to the scholar raiding the brains of the intelligent, stealing vital knowledge that could have been used to better humanity. But the scholar does nothing with it but collect. There's even the coward, who ends up sparking mass riots by ramping up the negative emotions to the point where people just go berserk. But the worst and the most dangerous is the mystic. The mystic can and has assumed corporeal shape in the past. He also possesses otherworldly knowledge and is the one that got the other 3 brothers to perform the death ritual in the first place. And while the mystic doesn't need a living body to interact with the world like the other brothers Ghastly, he still does so for amusement. The thing is, the mystic is only growing in power and ability, something that is the result of an uncounted number of rituals performed, one of which made the brothers so dangerous. The hunt. Once every few years, 3 of the brothers will hunt down the 4th. It's usually the coward and never the mystic. The result tends to end with large amounts of lives lost and property damage easily reaching the millions of dollars. This was done at the whim of the mystic, who made the hunt for some unknown purpose. A purpose that the other brothers don't know and the mystic himself won't admit to. But there has to have been some benefit to the mystic, otherwise he wouldn't participate. It was a few years later that the reason for the hunt was discovered. You see, unlike the rest of the brothers, the mystic couldn't be warded off or removed from the host's possession, a result of all the rituals the man did before and after he died. The other brothers can be captured, restrained behind barriers, and if caught early enough, their possession of bodies can be undone, because they all have some critical weakness to either logic or a material item. The mystic has always been the exception. No matter what the agency's agents have tried, nothing has affected the mystic. Even trying would tend to result in serious injuries and fatalities. Until a random chance had a field agent trying a new method on the mystic. The item in question failed to work. Another failure, but the interesting thing happened when the mystic attacked the agent. He had grabbed the agent's throat, probably to choke him to death, when the mystic suddenly recoiled in agony. His hands were smoking and breaking apart. The agent looked down and saw that the ghost had grabbed the beaded necklace he had worn under his uniform. The one made of painite, a rare, ruby-like gemstone that was a family heirloom. The agent was told as a boy that it would protect him, and he's rarely taken it off. Seeing the mystic still in agony, the agent was quick to remove the necklace and wrap it around his fist. Then, he attacked the mystic. Every hit from his gem-wrapped fist made the creature hiss louder in agony as more of its body was torn apart. Eventually, the mystic was fully shredded, the first time it has ever been counted and contained. The agent brought back a report of what happened, and the researchers went right to work. It seems that painite, one of the rarest stones in the world, is a critical weakness to ghost-like creatures and apparitions. Direct physical contact with a possessed person will drive out any ghost in a very painful manner, and contact with the ghosts themselves will disrupt the energies that hold their bodies together. It doesn't even have to be a pure fragment either. As long as at least a carat is present in the device or tool, the material will still affect ghosts. Even casting a light through a lens made of the stuff will give similar effects on the ghost. The agency was quick to spend a not-so-small fortune on acquiring as much painite as possible, causing it to become that much more rare. A good chunk was used to ward the entrance of our bases, an overhead light with a thin shell of the material, while agents had their blunt instruments upgraded with the material. It proved effective in the coming months. Not just regular ghosts and ghouls. The other brothers Ghastly were even easier to drive off with the material. Agents were able to remove possessions so much more easily, and actually disperse them like regular ghosts. Meaning that like regular ghosts, it takes a long time for them to actually pull themselves back together, and an even longer time to regain their former power. It's all due to luck that one of the most dangerous groups of ghosts has been neutralized. And while the desire to relax and take it easy is hard to resist, one has to remember that the Mystic is dangerous for a reason. It is the most intelligent phantom on file for a reason. The agency has to remain vigilant.